Um, and it's like going wonky. It's weird. It didn't show the whole dropped frames thing for okay, yeah, I just fixed it. It's like I pulled up the OBS tab, the tab I had for it. Slightly working. Why, is it really choppy? Is that what's going on? Oh, yeah, it is really choppy. It's because I have so many freaking OBS tabs open. Slideshow time. I don't know why it's doing that. Dude, it's like way too choppy. Way too choppy. Bro. It says encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings. Well, the video settings aren't even that high. That's what I don't get. Outputs. So if I put, what if I turn down that? Okay, that's at 1300. If you wouldn't want to be friends with the person, you wouldn't want to date them either. Honestly, yeah, that's very good advice. So it has this current fight with Relicanth going, but it's just so choppy. You know? Hold up. I don't even know why I'm recording this. Eventually this goes down into flipping what's it anyways. So I don't even need to record it. Because it's going on YouTube regardless, because it's saved in VODs. I can just take the VOD, put it onto YouTube. Okay, well, it's still really choppy from what I can tell. Let me go and do this, right? Yes. Alrighty. I jumped up to 6 viewers. Wow, nice. Only problem is it's still really choppy, and I don't like that. God dang it. I wish the Wi-Fi here was better. Dang it. That makes sense. I mean, my thing for why I haven't dated people is I just have really high standards. So that's why I haven't asked a lot of people out. Like, I've only asked 2 people out. Okay, you just yoinked that. Wow, Dragelgi, you son of a biscuit. Okay, cool, it's working at full speed now. What move did he use? Oh, he used Meteor Mash, I think. Alright. Yeah, like, I just have really high standards, so that's why I haven't. Kind of both, actually, because, like, I mean, I am only 22, so there is that. But it's like, I just haven't found, like, there's, granted, there are a lot of women out there that are physically attractive. There are a lot of women that are physically attractive, but the vast majority of them don't fit what I'm looking for. Like, for me, like, I want to find a good Christian woman who holds, you know, similar values to me in regards to what they believe in and God and whatnot, and just different, like, you know, they're modest with their clothing. They're not showing a lot of skin. You know, they're respectful. They're kind. They treat others with respect. They're not mean. They're not rude. You know, like, I mean, there's a lot of aspects that I could. There are a lot of things I'm looking for that I'm just like, and there's different traits and personality aspects that I'm like, yeah, I don't want that. You know, like, if a girl is bratty or something like that. You know, they're not completely mature. Like, they're not as mature as what I'm looking for. I'm like, okay, yeah, next. You know, I'm not gonna stick with you, because that's not, like, I'm not gonna continue to pursue you. Like, cause I've grown, like, as I've gotten older, physical attraction has become less of, oh, this is the same exact seed. Interesting. Hold on. Did I even update this? I did not. This is the same seed as I was just on. Whoops. I did update that. Okay, cool. Um, like, physical attraction is not as important. It is still, yeah, I don't like, if you're clingy, yeah, no, stay away. So, the last one I did was 113. So, like, I mean, granted, you can tell if someone's clingy, like, you're not always gonna tell how clingy or not they are before you start dating them, because, you know, it's just, but you can kind of get a good sense of how clingy they are based on, like, how they act around other people. But, like, for me, like, one of the bit, like, I will, you know, because I'm part of a young adults group at church, so I observe how the other, you know, how the girls interact with the other people in church and whatnot. And it's just like you can get a good sense of character and their personality and whatnot. And so, like, that's part of the reason why I'm still haven't been on a date. It's because, like, just seeing how they act around other people, it's like, you know, that's not something that, like, granted, the way you act with your partner tends to be quite a lot different than the way you act around other people. Like, your personality has a shift, so to speak, around your partner vice other people, because, you know, you just, your partner sees a side of you that other people don't, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's, I feel like those are good values, honestly. Like, and I, like, I mean, I agree with that, like, with where you're at, like, you know, physical, you can't go off of physical attraction. Like, yes, physical attraction is important because you want to be attracted to the person you're with, obviously. And also, why does it show that I've only been streaming 8 minutes? Oh, it should have ended the previous one. Gotcha. That's unfortunate, but it's whatever. I mean, I guess. Um, so maybe these VODs won't go up to YouTube. We'll see. Um, but yeah, you, like, I value. Ooh, Dusk. Wait, I'm thinking of Dusk Noir. That's good. But yeah, it's like, you know, like, I value personality a lot. Like, personality is huge for me. Like that is a huge factor in what I'm looking for. Is it, like, there's that is a huge tie-in for me. Oh, look, Shedinja. Nice. Already found Shedinja. He exists, man. Another chillin' berry. What the? Ew. He doesn't know how to act most of the time, but you find it really cute. That makes sense. That's pretty cool. Like, I mean, as long as they're not like for me, like, you know, people can have their moments and whatnot, but like there are things that I'm like, okay, yeah, I can slide with that. You know, like I can. There are corners that I'm willing to cut, if that makes sense. This thing's gonna die to his what's it? I just don't have moves into it. What if I go revenge? Floor cannon, I'm dead. No, I'm not. Haha. Go peck, because that'll kill. That was the only way I would have survived, was revenge into something else. Swift? Swifty. We'll go dead over revenge, I guess. But yeah, like I feel like, you know, I got high standards, and it's just like this. I'm gauging the character of other people before myself. I don't know, or I'm gauging how they act. Wow, this thing's attack set's garbage. Jaw fossil, interesting. That's the rock dragon one. Like, there are girls that I'm attracted to right now that I'm like, okay, I do at some point want to try and pursue them, but it's just like, you know, it's the whole aspect of them being in different worlds and whatnot. Yeah, that's true. Like, I wouldn't consider autism a bad thing. Like, I mean, I work with autistic kids, so yeah, they definitely have their moments. But it also depends on how far into the autism they are. Because, like, some people have autism, but they're really high functioning. And the only way you would know it is just that they're socially awkward at times. And other than that, like, they're not, you just wouldn't be able to tell. Fire punch, that hurts. And you burned me, you son of a biscuit. I'm gonna peck you. Die. You're back? Nice. Yeah, apparently when we had that whole thing with the OBS messing up earlier, it cut down to it cut the stream, and now it's in two portions, so we're at a 12.5 minutes of a stream instead of the 2 plus whatever hours that we're on. So yeah, fun times. Fun times. You could try to give advice based on me being the person that gets a movement on them. Yeah, that is true. Like, I'm playing the waiting game, you know, because, like, I know that there's a lot of things that I'm trying to handle right now in life and whatever. Yeah, that's, honestly, I get that, and, yeah, like, if someone asks me out, I'm not gonna, like, the way that they ask me, like, yes, that does matter, because if, like, they're rude about it or whatnot, that might be like, okay, what happened with your day? Like, who woke up on the wrong side of the bed here? But, like, you know, if they've acted nicer on me in the past, like, and they ask me out, which I don't ever see that happening, but it could, like, I'd be down for a date, you know, as long as, like, like, if they have if they check off some boxes, you know, like, they don't have to check every box at that point, but if a girl goes out of their way to ask me out, I'm not gonna immediately shoot them down, you know. And yes, for me, I do have the VOD channel up. It has one video. You should just, I don't know if you can just, because I tried searching it up on YouTube the other day, and it just would not pull it up. Let's see. Like, it just, like, you know, you go to YouTube, you search up Top Fox 444 VODs, and it just doesn't show up. Top Fox 444 VODs. And it's not in the top thing. Let's see if I, like, yes, it is up, but, like, I can't, it doesn't show up when I search, which is really, really weird. Like, I don't understand why it's not. But, see, if I go to my channel, right? see. Do. So let me try and edit this real quick. Because I don't know why it doesn't show up or anything like that. Let's see. Edit channel. You see it? Okay. Yeah, because like anytime I go to search it up, it doesn't pop up. Like I gotta scroll through a bunch. And it still doesn't really show up. Why is this a thing here? Oh my gosh, what? Oh, wow. Oh, it's called my user, but the... Oh, what? The handle's different? What? Oh, okay then, hold on. Oh, so I had it backwards. What? Okay, I had the handle and the channel name backwards. Whoops. Let me go and fix that real quick. Yes, the Shuckle and Reggie PFP. I did that on purpose. Let's see. Basic info, right? There we go. Ha! There we go. Yes, communication is absolutely important in relationships. There's a fly by, like a little fruit fly by my bug for whatever reason. Yeah. So what if I search up Topvox 444 VODs now? No. What the flip? Oh, because I'm under my channel. Haha. I feel dumb. Search. It still doesn't show up. Yeah, what if I just search up Topvox 444? No, crap, I got rid of the VODs part. You son of a biscuit. Hey, there we go. Alright, thanks man, I appreciate the sub. Much appreciated, my dude. There we go. Alright, yeah, it's good. Oh, Instinct responded to it, said hi earlier to me, and I didn't even see it until now. No! I'm horrible. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me respond to her. There we go. You feel your dad was lying when he said I would eventually not mind kissing? Kissing in movies is weird, honestly. Like, I mean, kissing in a relationship is fine and whatnot. Like, I think that's a good way to show intimacy and whatnot. But, like, watching other people kiss is just like, I don't want to see that, you know? Like, that's just weird, you know? Like, I don't need to see other people kissing. To me, there's a Reshiram. With Intimidate. Dude, you stink. Yeah, Reshiram would be pretty intimidating, not gonna lie. And then the Pokemon that actually is on this route is a frickin' Whiscash. Yikes. Electrode. Yikes. As well, I want to get that Levitating Heatran, honestly, at some point. Slow Start Chingling. Dude, that's horrible. That's a terrible mon. Whiscash again. But yeah, like, for, like, I don't know. There are a few, there's like a couple girls that I have my eye on at church and whatnot. But or that I'm interested in. One of them I haven't seen in quite a long time because she goes to a different church, and um, Arceus with Intimidate's more fitting. Barely tolerable even with your own partners because the saliva in your mouth. Yeah, I can see that. Like, I mean, I've never had the opportunity to kiss someone, so like the thoughts never really come across my mind. Like, yeah, if you're just kissing on the lips, yeah, like, you're not really gonna get a whole lot of saliva. No, French kissing and making out and whatnot, then you're getting their saliva in your mouth, and it's just like, that's disgusting. When you think about like getting someone else saliva in your mouth, it's like, oh yeah, they just spit in your mouth essentially. Like that's disgusting. But I don't know, normal kissing or like kissing on the cheek too is like, you're not really getting their saliva in your mouth. So I'm like, yeah, that's whatever. I don't know. But yeah, one of the girls I haven't seen in a while. She's the sister of one of my buddies that I haven't really talked with a whole lot in a while because he's just really busy and with work and school and whatnot. And she's like the sister, the one that French kissing. Yeah, French kissing is absolutely disgusting. Swift, cool. You have like no special defense. I think. Hold on. And again, this thing does have a high special attack though. What move did it use? I didn't even see what move it used. Stupid Arcanine. But yeah, and she's really flippin' attractive, and she fits. From what I've seen, she checks off just about every box. Hone Claws. Okay. Oh, I did not mean to use that move. Dang gummit. I didn't mean to use that. No. Keep old moves. But yeah, she's really attractive. She checks off almost every box. And the reason why I say almost is because I haven't been around her like a whole lot, so it's like can't really tell that this thing is way too late defense. Not running you. Just make sure that it's not just you that knows her first. Yeah, that is true. Like that's something that I definitely check for. Is like, I make sure that if I'm going to pursue someone that they're not already like there's not other like that they're not already involved with some other dude because I don't. The last thing I'd want is to go and pursue somebody and they're already with another person, and you're just getting in between the two because that's pretty messed up. Like that's like even if you're doing it like unknowingly or on accident, like that's not you don't know because they hide it, so it's not exactly all on you, but it's still like like that's you're like in the middle of it, so to speak, and that's just not good. Tackle, yuck, disgusting. What's this Swift gonna do to you? Duh! I keep forgetting that's a really high special attack for this level. Well, I don't want to, but I have to pivot off, so yeah, that's true. That definitely does make sense. Like for me, like I don't know, women are just such hard creatures to read that it's like it's I definitely see why it would be easier to get with a guy, being friends with them first and then going from there. Cuz like yeah, if you can be friends with the person first and then go and start a relationship from there, that is in my opinion that is the ideal scenario. Because let's say you are attracted to somebody and and then you're friends with them. Like you don't have to pull the trigger, so to speak. Like, you have time to pull that trigger, you know? And then, but also at the same time, like, you don't have to pull the trigger because, like, you're friends with an awesome person that you enjoy being around, but then someone else could come along and you end up with that someone else and you're still friends with an awesome person. That is true. Well, the reason why I mean hard to read is because, like, women, they, and I'm not saying this in like as like every woman is like this, but from what I've experienced and been around, women can just be the way that their thinking is and the way that they handle things is like can be complex at times. Like they're just like for instance, like they'll be like you know you're at lunch or something like that. You're hanging out with them and you go to get some food or something like that, and they're like, you're like, hey, what do you want? They're like, oh, I don't really care. Or like, I'll get what you want, and then they'll get mad because you go to some place and they're like, well, I don't want this, and it's like, you just said you didn't care, or like, you'll they'll be finished or something like that. They'll be finished early, and you're like, okay, I guess they're not hungry, and then because they'll say they're not really that hungry when they don't eat a lot, and then they'll go and steal your food, and it's like, at that point it's like whatever, but it's like, like, yeah, you're right. Communication is definitely important. Women can just be very confusing at times. It's just like a lot of times it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I get where you're coming from. But sometimes they're just what they say or do is like completely out of left field, and it's like, as for small fries, you'd get her a large. Yeah, that's probably very smart. All right, finally this dumb Arcanine spawned in. I know I didn't see all the mons there. I saw like 5 or 6 of them because the other ones didn't spawn. But here's here's Rugmaster X3000. Men generally are straight to the point, and that's kind of what I was getting at. It's like the way women handle things and go about things, it tends to be more confusing than the way guys do it. And that's, I get that. You read into what the women are saying, but sometimes they just oh, there's women. They can be very weird at times. So why do they have to be a negative defense nature? This thing's not runnable. Rugmaster is not runnable. I repeat, Rugmaster is not runnable. We gotta find a different mon to run, because he's just not. Oh, an imposter boy. Okay, this kind of sucks. Well, we'll go retaliate. Retaliate again. Get out of here, Duskull. I'm actually really glad that thing had imposter, because, well, I could have gear grinded into it, which would have been fine. Then you'll be back. Alright. I probably, depending on how long your dog walk is, I'll probably end up being done by the time you get back, just because, like, I've been streaming for almost 3 hours, so I'll probably end up being, at that point, probably doing some Fortnite on my PS4 and whatnot, or something like that. But we'll see, just because, need to mix it up. Or watching some anime. We'll see. But either way, I hope you enjoy your dog walk, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, Corn. Alright. Well, we'll see you when you come. Whatever. Oh no, I ran into the Joey. No! You son of a biscuit. It's actually Joey, man. What? His name's actually Joey. Dude, that's actually kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie. Look at this. Look at the kid's name. Alright. He grew to level 6. Cool. Grew to level 7. Cool. It was either preschooler Joey, but it looked like it was rich kid Joey. But we ran into the Joey, man. Ha! That's funny. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. That's funny. We take those. We take those for sure. Shout out. I love shout out. The cries are so funny on that. Until you fully evolve, EV it. Nice. Is it gonna end up having huge power for it? Because huge power is absolutely goated in Nuzlocke. Garboder, you're a piece of trash. Quite literally, actually. Oh, gosh. Wait, Azuriel can have huge power? I didn't realize Azuriel could have it. I thought that was exclusive to the later two. I thought it had a different ability beforehand, until it evolved. I could be wrong, though. That's pretty awesome, though, that it's all three can. Oh. I didn't think that was a thing that it could have until it evolved into Meryl. Like, I thought huge power started with Meryl and into Azumarill. But I thought with Azuriel it was a different ability in place of it. Kind of like how huge power and thick fat. Yeah. Makes sense. Huge fat is the better of the two. Although, that said, thick fat is definitely not a bad ability. Granted, they are water fairy types. I like another poison type. This one is a little higher. Not good, though. Way too much damage from a tackle. That's a tackle and that dealt that much. Flipping tackle. Yeah, junk. They are already resistant to fire and ice, so it's like not as good of an ability, but it's whatever. I need a really good Mon in here. Please, for the love of God. We got a grass poison type. Not taking it because I don't have a leaf stone. And we have a water. You have Sandstream as one of your two abilities. You're garbage! You're garbage! Get it out of here! Bro, why are only these two spawning? I know I saw a third one in this set. Or in this patch, I mean. Somewhere. There's Durant. Okay. You're disgusting. Snover. Okay, that's 4. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, Jolteon. Okay, cool. Cool. Magma Storm. That's totally not annoying. I'm just gonna catch the Jolteon. I know level 3's really low level, and it's gonna go into that rival fight extremely low level. Home and Gen 9's now available. Nice. I'm gonna name this Barry Allen. If anyone gets that reference. I don't know if y'all will. It's not a hard reference. It's DC, that's a hint. It is DC. Ew. Actually, this guy's pretty dang bulky. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, the offenses are... That's a bulky boy. It is the Flash. Barry Allen's one of the Flashes. You got it right. There's a few different ones, actually. You got Barry Allen. You got Wally West. Actually, he might be... Wally West might be... Wally West might be Kid Flash. We'll see. He'll ball. So let's Google this. Different Flashes of DC. So it is Barry Allen, Jay Garrick. Jay Garrick was the original Flash, apparently. Barry Allen's part of the extended universe. There's Jesse Chambers. She's the Flash, but she's female? Oh, gotcha. Wayne. Interesting. Yeah, there's Wally West, who is Kid Flash. Yeah, he's the original Kid Flash, and he's ended up being a third Flash. There's Bart Allen, which is Barry Allen's grandson. There's Black Flash? What? It says Black Flash is a zombie-like speedster that appears whenever heroes Barry Allen and Wally West die or face near-death experiences. Interesting. There's just straight up the Flash. I don't know why it says Reverse Flash, but it's just saying the Flash is one of the things that comes up. Yeah, there's Eobard which is the Reverse Flash, and Professor Zoom, and Max Mercury, which is basically yeah. Alright, I need to go take a leak real quick, and then I'll be right back. Because I really need to take a leak. Alright, see. I am back. Oh, you know what? I could have used a heal ball on Barry Allen. And didn't even need to go back to heal. Yeah, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you, good sir. Oh, Orangaroo was in there. Yeah, I'm glad I skipped that. Orangaroo's not quite worth it. Typing's actually not bad for Orangaroo at all. But it's also not one that I'm going to go after. Especially because I already have Barry Allen, who is seemingly quite the tank horde. Like, look. Good defenses. That's level 13 stats. HP's a little lower. Probably a little too much speed. but everything else checks out. Also, too low defense. I mean, not too low defense, too low of attack stats. If I fire punch you, right? Need to get a burn. Please get that burn. Gotta heal, man. Oh, he managed to land a dynamic punch. That's what ended up doing it. Wait a moment. Hold on. I can Magma Storm this guy, right? And of course he avoids it. Ah! Why? You a-hole! You just landed a second dynamic punch. What is your problem? Ah! So you're telling me this mother trucker, I mean, he's incredibly bulky. Incredibly bulky. What the heck? Need to try and get a burn on this guy. Freak you! I'm gonna check out this Hydreigon. What the actual heck was your HP stat? Granted, I know I had garbage freaking offensive stats at level 3 going into that mother trucker, but like, nah, that's the wrong seed. That's really annoying. It's just to make sure I pulled up the right seed. Jolteon had. Yeah, I had a 33 base attack stat. That thing was never going to go anywhere. Unfortunate. So must have just had a really high IV stat. But that freaking Hydreigon had only 46 HP. Wow. But it had a 76, like, with me having a 33 base defense. You know, there's only so much I could have done there. Only so much I could have done there. Oh my gosh, that's actually really annoying, but it's whatever. What did the Arcanine have? Stat-wise, yeah. Not terrible, just had no moves. Like, if it had better moves, I actually probably try to run it, but it just doesn't have good moves. Whatever. I'll go one last seed just to see what the starters are. If the starters aren't decent, I'll probably just call it a night there and go do something else. We'll see. We will see. Oh, accidentally opened up settings. Meant to just open up OPS, not settings. Alright. Hope I get Mega Stilix. Yeah, same. I mean, I love Mega Stilix. Mega Stilix is awesome. But yeah, I've been streaming for already like 3 hours today, so I'm just like, yeah, can I just... Like, I need a mental break. Vivian, Magneton, and Dragonair. What is Magnezone's I can't even evolve it into Magnezone in this game. Good Dragonair, I guess. I don't even know what level you evolve at, though. Plus, if you're not a god to a spread, I'm not running you. Yeah, that's definitely not a god tier spread. You are actually terrible. I hate that. Like, this thing is so butt chungus. Terrible. We might get a Pokeball here. I might be able to pivot off. Oh, there's heal powder. That's a healing item. There's that. There is that. Probably gonna end up losing this though, because he's a Magneton. He resists all my stuff and has Brusher. Cool. Actually, no. I have Precipice Blades. Precipice Blades, not Precipice. Precipice Blades. Get him. Get him. This thing is so what? This thing's such bum cheese, man. Oh, what's this item here? Gorbis is probably not even worth checking to see if it's a Pokeball. Oh, it's Moo Moo Milk. Let's go. That's actually massive. So we got a Moo Moo Milk and a Heal Powder, which is basically flipping on... It's a full heal. Good items. Because it's getting too hot, that makes sense. Oh yeah, I need to put the Jolteon into my tracker. Hold up, let me scroll all the way down to this. My manual tracker. What is that? Number 384, I think. Jolteon died to Hydreigon on 2nd Jimmy before how to. Alright, save that. Here we go. Hey, who's got? Check the initial pivots. If I get a good pivot, I'll keep the stream going. Maybe, or I'll just continue it tomorrow after church or something. Today is Saturday, right? Yeah, today's Saturday. But we'll see. We'll see what pivots I get. I didn't even check to see what move I was using. What move did I use to two-shot it? Oh, extreme speed. Whoops. Oh, darn. He had 3 churches on the same block. Wow, that's actually a lot. I know that here in the city where I live, there's a lot of churches. So I can definitely see that. Because we got a lot of churches. My church used to be down the road from me, but then things happened with my previous roommates and I had to move down to Orlando. Then I moved back to Jacksonville, but now I'm on a different side of town. So now it's like a almost half-hour drive from where I currently live, which is fine, you know. It's doable. It's not the most ideal, but it's doable. Pretty much everything that I go to do is like 20 to 30 minutes away. Which is fine. So I'm like, on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I'm going. It's like, cause it's like 20 miles up and like, cause I gotta go up, and then I gotta go over to the right. Like I gotta go north, and then I gotta go east. Cause the way that it checks out. So it's always like 20 miles. We called the one old person church cool church, and the third was the church. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, my buddy, he's I was actually one of the groomsmen in his wedding last year, but his dad preaches at a church, and I go to there on Sunday evenings when he preaches. Steeny. Interesting. But it's not the one I go to regularly for like in the morning and during the week for like youth ministry or whatnot. That's a different church I go to. Still roughly at the same distance away, kinda sorta. Oh look, Diglett. So now we have Diglett, Time Pole, and whatever the first one was. They had a blood thing going on? Oh gosh. That's yeah, that's a pretty weird church. I don't know that doesn't sound like a very biblical church, because like there's no need to do like nowadays and in the present day there's no need to do like blood sacrifices or anything like that, you know? Because Jesus fulfilled, like, it might have been a cult. Yeah, if they're doing a blood thing, it sounds like it's some sort of cult, honestly. Like, I could be wrong, but because, you know, when Jesus died and sacrificed himself on the cross, that basically covered the cost of us as sinners needing to get into hell. Like, it covered the cost that for us to, in order to go to heaven. There's no need for blood sacrifices or anything now, because like the whole thing in like the Old Testament was, you know, Jesus hadn't came, so they didn't have like one of the ways to get it, or one of the things that helped the Jews get into heaven, or not the Jews, the Israelites. Sorry, I mean it's kind of similar, but a little different. But that helped the Israelites get into heaven was they did the sacrifices, because you know Jesus hadn't been sacrificed on the cross yet, so bloodletting, interesting. Yeah, that's not something that is needed in order to get into heaven. That just that sounds cultish, if you ask me. But that's just me. Dodrio. Dude, these pivots are garbage. Like, I got a Moo Moo Milk and a heal powder, but none of these Pokemon are good. Blaziken! Yeah, you're not Mega Blaziken, so I'm not gonna run you. You have too many weaknesses for that, BST. Oh look, another firefighting starter. Wow, what's next? Emboar? No, it's a Dome. There you go, Burmy. There's your fossil Burmy. Ain't gonna swap off for this thing though. Not onto a Kabuto. Hashtag Helix Fossil OP. Better than Dome. Yo, Altaria. I love Mega Altaria. Dome is not the best fossil in Kanto. Aerodactyl is better than Dome. I don't know. I love Amistar. Amistar is cool. Let's see. What level do you learn your moveset, Altaria, for Gen 7? Because this is actually going to be massive on when I go to catch it. I think it's 4 for the first one. No, it's 3, 5, and... So I either want a 4 or a level 5. Well, let me gauge damage into this thing, actually. See, so extreme speed. Flame charge. Interesting. But I also have really high defense. So... And that was resisted. So it actually has a high attack stat. But it also took way too much from an extreme speed right there. I don't like the idea of trying to catch a... Helix is 6th on your fossils list. How is it 6th on your Kanto fossil list? There's only 5 in total if you include evolutions. What? If you include evolutions, there's only 6. I mean, there's only 5 total Pokemon available from fossils. And Helix actually takes up 2 of those. It's so awful that it's 6. What makes it awful? The fact that people worship it? Evos aren't included. Okay. Yeah, that's... Well, I was just saying, like, if you include the evolutions as separate, you have 5 different Pokemon that... Ooh, there's a Mega Kanga here, too. We got options, boys. So, extreme speed. Has poison point. Interesting. Oh, dang it, we lost to the pirates again? What the... Dude, that's awful. So this thing does not have a special defense. Fun. You hate Helix with a passion. That's so unfortunate because I like Helix. It's not my favorite fossil. That goes to Cradilly. But I do like Helix. If I had to rank all the fossils, it'd probably go like this. And this is not based on their move pools or anything. This is based purely on design. This is purely design based, but well, no, I take that back. I am including their moves in their worst fossils your grandma. Oh gosh. Jeez, bro. Oh man, that's interesting. I'm just gonna catch this. If it's bad, then, well, we're stuck with the bad Mon for the first trainer. Because I don't remember seeing anything that's a pivot in the first spot. And as usual, the female gets named Wendy Marvel. After the fairy tale character. I know that her last name has 2 L's, and I can only fit 1 if I include the space. But that's fine. You still get the point of what its name is. Dude, low HP AF, bro. Wow. This thing's bad. Way too low of HP. Honestly. Way too low of HP, man. Yo, look, Infernape. I can't hit this dude. Oh, flip. Why are you in the front? Dadgummit. I'll go Fiery Dance. Special attack rose. He has Truant. Nice. Special attack rose again. Psywave. That's a terrible move. You have fun with that. Special attack's now +3. Let's go. How would you rank religions based on how their powerful character would win against others? I don't know. Christianity's at the top. Just because, you know, God is all powerful. I don't really know. Wait, get him out of here. We don't want that. Get that guy out of here. Yeah, this thing's HP is way too low. Defense ain't even that great either. Ain't taking that. I guess I did take it on accident. A God in a fist fight versus Amun-Ra. Yeah, God would still win. In my opinion. Just because Amun-Ra is a made up god. This sounds a lot like the whole Ragnarok anime series. How many fights has God gotten into? I don't know, like... Depends on what you consider a fight. I guess, I don't know. Oh, in a boxing match, I don't think God's gotten in any boxing matches. Not to my knowledge. But yeah, God's like legit the only God. The others are all made up by human belief, so to speak. Like, for instance, if you look at the like the Roman gods, or like the like if, I think he would know how to box well, since, you know, I mean, technically humans invented it, but like God knows all and everything that's gonna happen, so like, you know, he would know how to play it. I don't really know. But like, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, I can't remember what it was. Oh, flip. I legit can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, I was thinking on it, and then oh yeah. Yeah, the Roman ones are the knockoff of Greek ones. But if you look at, like, the Roman gods and the Greek gods and whatnot, like, those gods, so to speak, didn't exist before the Greeks and the Romans came up with them. Like, if you look at it, like, there's no evidence of them existing, so to speak, before they came up with it. And I guess in a sense, they were group projects. Yeah, I know, right? But I guess in a sense, when you look at it, one could make the same claim for God as well, because, like, you know, it's like, oh, these people from back in the day, like, no one really knew about it before these people wrote the stuff about it, you know, like, seems pretty sus when you're making that claim, but it's like, yes and no, because like when you look at it from that perspective, like the Bible has so many different books, and you could just add whatever you wanted. Honestly. Honestly, man. If we bar anything omnipotent, like what are we talking like? Are we talking like animals versus like freaking mythical like mythical monsters like a cyclops, or Satan can get in the ring? Oh gosh. I think Satan would probably beat up quite a few of them. Because, I mean, I don't know where in the Bible it explains it, but Satan was like one of the. He obviously wasn't the top because it was God, but Satan was like one of the higher ranking angels before he was thrown out of heaven. But I feel like, in theory, if Satan were to fight like Amun Ra or something like that, you know, like. Oh, wait. Wendy needs to be in front. This whole time I've had her in the back. 1/3 of the numbers. Yeah, he took a bunch of. He convinced a bunch of the angels to follow him. So now they're fallen angels, or aka demons. But yeah, going back to what I was saying though, like with the with that one claim with like, oh, humans just wrote the Bible, it's not actually like real, like the easiest way I can refute that is when you look at it, you know, there's a crap ton of books in the Bible, right? And the Bible was written over. Let's see. The earliest book would have been written in by Moses. I forget when it was written. I'd like to say Genesis was the first book written. Yeah, I think Zeus and Satan would be a pretty good matchup. But when you look at it though, the Bible was written over like hundreds of years, like multiple centuries, like over. I'd like to say the Bible took over 1,000 years to get written from start to finish. Egypt is really old too. Egypt is really old. Egypt was one of the one of, if not the first, like really big nations. Like Egypt has always been like. Egypt has been around since for a while. Some of this stuff go back like 5,000 years. Yeah, something like that. Oh, I don't have much into this guy at all. So yeah, cause like if you look at the biblical timeline, if you go off of the timeline within the Bible, the Earth is roughly 8,000 to 10,000 years old. Roughly, like it's not perfect guesstimation, but it's then that's just looking off of like the genealogies of like the different genealogies of the men within the Bible and whatnot. Am I faster than you? What's your summary? Jeez, you are crazy fast. Yeah, you should be faster. And what's my increase? +2? Which part is that? 8 ice 90. But I don't want to mess around with an inaccurate move. This should kill it anyways. It did not. I'm dead. Well, GG. I wanted to try and do it without the, what's it? Well, that was fun. That's fun. But yeah, the Bible took the And yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, the Bible took like thousands of years to write. Like, so just the fact that it took thousands of years to write, and it still ended up getting put into one big whole book, and the world back then and still does recognize the Bible as, it's all one piece, so to speak. Yeah, I thought I could kill it. Had I gone for the other one, I would have been able to kill it. That's unfortunate. What did this Magneton have on defense? You see, that's where I went wrong. So it had a 96 special defense. I mean, 93 special defense, and a 91 base HP. That's unfortunate. I thought I could kill it. It took 414 years. I thought it took longer than that. Because, like, if you include the New Testament, like, the stuff that, like, because Paul wrote most of the New Testament, like, that stuff wasn't written until after Jesus passed. Which is roughly, like, some of it was roughly, like, 50 to 60 I think AD is what it counts as. Is that the stuff that's after Jesus died? I always get AD and BC mixed up. But it was like 50 to 60 years after Jesus passed, after Jesus died and rose again. But, and then like some of the stuff in the New Testament, like I think Moses was the first one to write stuff for the New Testament. And Moses was around, what, like 4,000 BC? I don't really know. I don't know the exact timeline of when Moses was around. Oh, you're saying Egyptian mythology took that long. Yeah, that is true. But, like, and I haven't really looked into a lot of Egyptian mythology. Like, I used to really read a lot of mythology stuff, like, when I was younger, like in elementary school, and still somewhat into middle school. But it's been so long that I don't really remember much about all that stuff. But, yeah. See, Altaria has... Yeah, base 32 HP. At a 109 special attack. I was thinking it was a little higher. I would have gotten Fusion Flare at level 11, so all the fire type moves. Night Days at 14, again, like all the fire and dark type moves. Sacred Fire at 17. Oh my gosh, dude. Scald at 20. That's actually a really, really good move. Yeah. Dang. That's an unfortunate way to go out, but I thought I could kill it. That is true. But even then, does it count as Christian mythology? I mean, I guess it technically does. Technically, it's mythology, but also theology. Um, but yeah, it goes back quite a ways. Goes back quite a ways. Well, Wendy Marvel unfortunately died. So, yeah, I'll call it a stream here because it's been roughly 3.5 hours. I just need a mental break. I might stream tomorrow. Keyword might, because I have church in the morning and then I'm gonna be going to church in the evening, so I might, but I probably won't. But oh yeah, that makes sense. They had the same idea. But I most likely will be streaming on Monday and Tuesday, and most of the days this next week. We'll see. But yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna call it because I got some other stuff that I want to do. I got some Clash of Clans attacks, Mobile Legends practice, and anime on top of just trying to plan out what I'm gonna do this next week and whatnot, because I got some things I want to do with some of my friends IRL and whatnot, but we'll see. Alright, well, it's been real, it's been fun. Yeah, thanks, Burmy. I hope y'all have a great day too. I'll upload this to YouTube probably later. We'll see. But either way, y'all have a good rest of your day. Lord of the Rings is based on the Bible. Yes, it is. It does have biblical stuff in it. I don't know exactly what. Like, I'd have to go back and check into, because I know it's based on it, but I've never checked into what it is that is based on. You'll watch it later. Nice. Um, but what is it? Narnia. Narnia is also based on the angel hierarchy, isn't it? Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't ever looked into what parts refer to the Bible. I know that it does refer, like it is based on the Bible to an extent. Narnia also is based on the Bible. I know some of the things like Aslan, because when he dies and Sauron is Satan. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, like in Narnia, Aslan dying and then being reborn or coming back to life. That's a reference to Jesus. I think there's some other things that my mind's just pulling a massive blank on. But yeah. Also, the writer of Narnia, I think it's C.S. Lewis, is also good friends with. He was like really good friends with. Oh, I'm blanking on the guy's name. The guy who wrote Lord of the Rings. They were really good friends, apparently. But yeah, it's been real. It's been fun. I'll probably upload this to YouTube later tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. But either way, y'all have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see y'all next time. Ciao.